Dope boys place the caution and coming in. Pretty boys gone, all the girls are coming. Don't make a black eye, can't have too much fun. Cause then the cops come, buddy. Oh yeah, the cops come, buddy.
We're about to go ask a bunch of drunk pre-Halloween partying people what they think about Wikileaks. What have you heard?
Well, I've heard that Wikileaks is leaking some government secrets, as they say, you know, not really troop-sensitive stuff that could get people killed, but things that we as the people should know.
Well, I know that it involves government information being disseminated on Wikipedia and mainly the public's reaction to that, but that's about it. I don't even know if that's right.
I'm familiar with WikiLeaks as a website, and I'm familiar with some of the things they've leaked. I don't know if they've leaked anything recently that I don't know about.
Do you think we've committed war crimes in the last 20 years?
Okay. Well, what country hasn't? I'm sure there are a few, but I'm sure not that many. So yes, our country has committed war crimes in the past 20 years. But I mean, they don't define it as a war crime, so what does that mean?
Do you believe that our country is committing war crimes in Afghanistan and Iraq?
Absolutely.
I'm pretty confident that's what's happening.
I think if you look at the UDHR, or the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, very quickly you could come to the conclusion that many things that are going on right now, both out of country, in actually 3 theaters of operation, could be constituted as war crimes, and also they might actually break the Nuremberg Code. But I mean, that would just be, you know, off shooting from the hip, you know.
You feel free to shout out too if you like want to go. Like,
yeah.
We don't have to do the
No,
talk
I mean, no, it's true, because I have a buddy that's it's in the Air Force actually, and he's been rotating back and forth between Afghanistan and Kuwait for the past 3 years or so, and he's got some pretty ridiculous stories, and obviously a lot of things he can't talk about.
Do you think it's going to change anything?
Not really. Information is leaked to the people all the time, and then the people are just like, oh, we found out. And then they're just like, oh, you know, some celebrity's in rehab. I'm going to watch entertainment news. Who died? Who cares?
Do you think the soldiers should be charged? The soldiers who are possibly on these tapes?
Every man on this earth should be accountable for his crimes and everything he's done throughout the entirety of his life.
And then they should be tried for committing a war crime. So do you think we're defining it wrong, or do you think we're not backing it up?
Both. I mean, I think that there are obviously like philosophical disputes about what would define that and what the consequences should be. I think, what is happening, the reason why it's an issue is that the public is becoming increasingly more informed and reacting in ways that government is struggling to save trust and faith with the public. People didn't really know what a war crime was 100 years ago, and everybody knows what it is now because of TV and this.
I don't want to enter into other debates, but I usually say that I feel similarly about the war in Iraq, that I can't believe that if you take away any religious biases or anything else and rhetoric and actually study what actually happened, I can't see how anyone could be not pro-Palestine, and I can't understand how anyone could not be anti what America has done. Like, if you just look at what has gone on and not any rhetoric or that sort of business, it's just not cool.
So it's our fault that everybody knows about war crimes. Like the media, any type of media outlet, and our ability to access each other through a camera.
That's not anybody's fault. That's just what's happening. I think it's great that people are spreading or really informing their communities and the global community about what's actually impacting their lives, because clearly that's what the public cares about, or a lot of people care about that.
And you're saying, and I believe you totally, that it has been documented for a long time, over and over again. Do you think?
Look, let me rephrase or restate something here. I would say that the Bush administration went way over the top. I mean, that was when they re-engineered the SEER training so that they could break down detainees on purpose. They pretty much knew what they were doing, and when they hired up as many psychologists and psychiatrists as possible to make sure that they weren't killing detainees, they knew what they were doing. I'd say before that we haven't seen that level of sophistication. So I wouldn't say it's always been the case. I would say in the past 8 years, we have seen a major shift in military standards and policy, at least from what we know, what's publicly available as information, kind of people coming out of these situations, who can be interviewed, who can be examined. I'd say definitely Bush administration was the turning point.
We close this week's episode